This week, we take a look at how students enjoyed the first pep rally of the year and take some time to get to know the 2020-2021 Tupelo Boys as they prepare for all of the upcoming events. Welcome to this week's edition of WTHS News. I'm Mary Allen Wolf. Last Friday, students and teachers were excited to gather together on the football field for the first pep rally since 2019. Alivia has more on how students enjoyed this pep rally.
Students are excited, especially seniors, that it was approved to do a pep rally. The last pep rally at Tupelo High School was over 2 years ago. Allie Scott is one of the co-captains for cheer. She says although there were some differences, it still didn't take away from her excitement for the pep rally.
I am so excited. Last year was a little bit of a struggle because, with COVID and the brand news, we didn't have hardly anything school related. So this year was finally the time that we could go back to normal. I know we still have a little bit of differences with the masks and everything, but being outside, we were able to see everybody's faces and they were able to see ours and finally understand our excitement. And I'm really excited for this year.
In the past, there was a limit on how many students could be involved, so having a pep rally outside opened up a sense of normalcy for many. Coach Brandy Wheeler says having the pep rally on the field was a challenge because everything that they used to do indoors, they had to change.
For example, Tupelo Boys typically do a skit, but a skit on the football field with everybody spread out would have been impossible to hear. So we really had to think about activities that were good for outdoors as well as things that anyone from the stands could have actually seen and participated in as well.
So in the gym, we started practicing for the last 2 or 3 weeks on this pep rally that we've known about it. Definitely a little bit more calm. I mean, we still kind of have a small audience because there's a PE class when we're in the gym practicing. And we had practiced some cheers, some dances, and some other things, trying to test out the waters and see what exactly we're going to be doing on the field. And it was a lot louder on the field, so we had to make sure that we were keeping pace, watching each other, listening to each other, making sure everything we were doing was just how we practiced.
This was Tupelo High School's first time to do a pep rally on the field, so students went into it with unsure feelings.
This one is better because the one we had before was kind of crowded, but I guess it was better outside and we get to throw stuff. I actually had more fun than I did outside today than the other one. I mean, it was great, like being out there with my brothers, Jackson, Hayes, Baden, Turner, and Julian. All of us, it was great to be out there and to be out there like for our last time, it's our senior year. So it's good to be out there.
Seniors had more to say because they have had a full experience of a normal pep rally several times, but it's new and different for freshmen.
I expected it to be inside, but I feel like I still got the full experience. I imagine it being more like energetic, and I feel like it brought that energy.
The band is responsible for bringing excitement to any event, whether it's a football game or pep rally. Between their tight schedule with march and band competitions, they find time to prepare for school performances because their Tupelo peers are what motivates them the most.
I guess it's just the crowd of all the students. It made me feel more motivated and trying to get that feeling of, excitement for the music and representing my school. So,
the question about whether we are having another pep rally or not has been floating around in the air over the past few days. Smiles will appear on everybody's faces when they hear there has already been one planned in the books. The next pep rally will be September 23rd at Fair Park, immediately following a parade at 4 o'clock. Alivia Buchanan, WTHS News.
Thanks, Olivia. The pep rally was such a fun way to get excited for the football game. And speaking of football, Emma Grace has more on sports.
Hey Tupelo High School, this is Emma Grace Miles with This Week's Sports. The next varsity football game is tonight. They play against Columbus at home at 7 o'clock. Last Friday, the Golden Wave football team defeated Corinth in their first home football game of the season with a score of 56-0, making their current record 3-0. Prior to the game, the junior varsity and varsity cheerleaders hosted a mini cheer camp for kids in grades K through 5 to learn and perform a short routine before the game. The boys golf team also received their state championship rings at halftime, and the class of 2022 Tupelo Boys made their debut in the student section. The Lady Wave volleyball team hosted VolleyFest last Saturday. They defeated the #1 seed in their bracket and went on to place runner-up in the gold bracket. The Golden Wave swim team hosted their first meet of the season last Tuesday at the Aquatic Center. Boys and girls both won against Saltillo, South Panola, Itawamba, Starkville, and Lewisburg. The cross-country team will travel to Saltillo tomorrow for their next race. The team traveled to Moorville last Saturday for the Moorville Invitational. All runners wore ribbons in honor of the anniversary of 9/11. JV boys finished first, JV girls second, varsity boys second, and varsity girls third. Top performances include Taylor Brown finishing with a time of 16:26, placing first overall, and Brooklyn Morgan with a new personal record of 19:05, also taking first place overall. Make sure to check back soon for more sports updates. I'm Emma Grace Miles, WTHS News.
Thanks, Emma Grace. Whether you're planning on playing a sport in college or not, you will probably be interested in attending the college fair to learn more about which university would be the best fit for you. The college fair will be in the new gym from 5 to 7 p.m. on September 30th. All Tupelo High School students are welcome to attend. Representatives from several colleges, non-traditional institutions, and the military will be there to answer any questions you may have for them.
We're hoping for a great turnout because we haven't been able to have a college fair in 2 years because of COVID, so the fact that we're getting to have a traditional one's pretty exciting.
Masks are required for admission. You can email Mrs. Terrell at brterrell@tupeloschools.com for more information. The college fair is providing great opportunities for students. And speaking of opportunities, the band is excited to be able to compete again this year. Mya discusses how this will affect the band as a whole.
As most of you know, the Tupelo Band has been on competitive hold for the last year and quarantined twice, but they are still managing to work hard and prepare for this upcoming season. Jamison Hendricks is a senior percussionist who thinks they might have an advantage if some of the best band programs are virtual this year.
I feel pretty good about the season. We be practicing every day, and we be practicing real hard and dedicated to everything that we do, so I feel pretty comfortable about this season.
Ethan Belcher is a trumpet player who agrees with Jamison because they are learning new music and drills quicker than before.
This year we actually get to have more after-school practices. Last year we didn't have to compete, so we didn't have after-school, so we're getting more reps and time in to practice.
1 and ready, go.
While the majority of the band thinks this puts us ahead of everyone else, Mr. Moore actually disagrees. He has been teaching for 19 years, but this is his first year as head band director.
I think our advantage is what we make it. When we start talking about our best competition, we're talking about some of the best bands in the Southeast. Those bands are going to be able to bounce back quickly from any quarantine that they are faced with. I think we do have a little bit of advantage if we take advantage, if we work hard. If we just assume that it's going to be easy because some other people are quarantined, then that puts us actually at a disadvantage.
Desmond Matthews is a senior French horn player who is very hopeful to get back to a normal competition season.
The title of our show this year is In Her Majesty's Presence, and we've been working on a lot this year, and we're very determined on winning.
Several of the seniors in band have mixed emotions about their season, including senior clarinet player Micaiah Bell.
Because we didn't get to compete last year, it just keeps me on the go. I'm never bored when we compete, and it's just something I enjoy doing.
Stay tuned for the upcoming band competition next Saturday in Olive Branch. I'm Mya Vance, WTHS News.
Thanks, Maya. The band has been showing out on the field every Friday, and the new 2020-2021 Tupelo Boys have as well. Sarah takes us behind the mask as we get to know some of the new Tupelo Boys a little better.
With the new school year beginning, a new wave of senior boys prepared to be chosen as one of the symbols of school spirit for Tupelo High School. The Tupelo Boys auditioned in early August and were selected just in time for sports to start. Tom Henry Brister says that as it's his last year of high school, he is thankful to be a face of Golden Wave pride.
As a Tupelo boy, I'm looking forward to just going to several extracurricular activities and just cheering on my school in any way possible, and most of all having a good time, making sure I remember my senior year.
With their first home football game last Friday, he says that it was a moment in time he won't forget.
So far, my favorite part has been mainly probably running out on the field. We just got to do that, and it was a cool experience.
When Julian Ramos heard the news, he was shocked but grateful for the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
At first, it was not something I believed, something I was kind of confused. A lot of people were telling me congrats, but I had no idea for what. Until I opened up my social media and realized I was part of Tupelo Boys. It was something very exciting and something very proud I am part of today.
Julian says that by being a Tupelo boy, he hopes to show that in difficult times we can come together as one student body.
Just be part of something, be part of it is something we can all be united in and be part as one together, you know, not having these divisions in between, we're all different. No, just be Tupelo High School as one.
Jackson Wood believes that the spirit and energy should not stop on the field but continue into the campus grounds as well.
I hope to impact the school just by being the most enthusiastic guy I can be when I'm cheering on the teams, and also being a good guy in school as well.
As the T, Batten Barber hopes to leave a mark on Tupelo High School that will never be forgotten.
Tupelo High School has done so much for me these last 4 years, and because of that I want to leave this place better than I found it. I want to do everything I can to be a leader and help others out any way I possibly can.
He also shares some words of wisdom to the future Tupelo boys who will one day take his place and represent the Golden Wave.
This is something where you can't be afraid to get out of your comfort zone. If you're being a leader and if you're willing to step out of your comfort zone, then other people are going to do it as well and have a lot of fun.
If you want to see these boys in action, they'll be at the game tonight on the home field. You can check out their socials for more updates and information. I'm Sarah Buzzell, WTHS News.
Thanks, Sarah. The Tupelo Boys are already doing a great job. From September 13th to 30th, there will be a clothing drive to benefit the Junior Auxiliary Clothes Closet. Make sure to bring new or gently used hoodies, jeans, joggers, and athletic shorts to the Media Center. That's all we have for this week. Be sure to follow us on all of our social media accounts. Thank you so much for watching this week's edition of WTHS News, and have a great day.